Alright, so hey guys, what's up? It's Zero here, and today I thought I'd bring to you my Seal Dragon deck profile. So the Seal Dragons are the newest archetype to come out of set 11 for Kagero, and out of the two decks that came out for this set being this and Dauntless Dote, I do think Seal Dragons are the better deck, just because it's a little more consistent and less of a high rolly nature. I will have a deck profile for Dauntless Dote coming up, but for today we will be doing Seal Dragons, so without further ado, let's get on to the deck profile. So this is the list that I've been playing around with. There's also the list I took to the first qualifiers for the Autumn Championships. I did okay. I think I got like one round before top 4, so I did okay. But yeah, aside from that, let's just get onto the cards and why I chose to run them. Yeah, we'll start with the starter. It's Conroe. Conroe is just more versatile, and the Seal Dragon starter just don't do enough in my opinion. So I think Conroe just better do like guaranteed PG. Or a booster, or itself being 5k being solid booster is good too. Let's run the Conroe, not much to say. Conroe's a good starter, always has been, and still is. Next, Kagero got the new PG, it's Seal Dragon name, for whatever that worth. Doesn't really matter too much, but since you are a Limit Breaker Alliance deck, the new PG is definitely better than the old one. Next, we have the Currency. So, important thing for all the Grade 1 Grade 2s is that most of the cards I do play are Seal Dragon in, which is important for because of Inferno Soul conditions. But this is the Currency. We play 4 of it, mainly because he's a Seal Dragon name, but also because his skill is actually pretty solid. So on play, if your opponent has a Grade 2 unit, this could be anywhere, it could be Vanguard or Rare, you can filter. 7k booster, unlike Gojo, it doesn't have to tap, so you can actually boost it and turn your filter. And it's 7k, so it actually scales well with your 9k. So yeah. Solid card. This is probably your best Grade 1. Obvious aside from PGs, but yeah, this is probably your best Grade 1. Once you filter, dig for certain stuff, filter out the garbage in your hand. So yeah. This card's pretty solid. We play as 4. Next we have the Flannel. He is the 10k attacker for Seal Dragon. So again, Seal Dragon name. 10k attacker is nice because the deck just doesn't draw a lot by itself, so having a booster you can just push up and attack into intercepts by itself is pretty nice to have. You do play it at 4, but honestly it's just because you don't really have any other better options to play. If you want full Seal Dragon names like I do. Next we have the Explosive Claw Seal Dragon Knight. So his skill is on rare. During your turn, if your opponent has a Grade 2 unit, it gets plus 3k. So on paper, you would think this card's pretty good, because you would think, oh, they'll always have intercepts, right? It'll just be a 9k booster. But the thing you have to remember is that if you're not on base blockade, you have to kill their intercepts first. So the instant you pop all their intercepts, this thing becomes a 6k booster again. So this card is just your filler one-up because you have nothing else better to play, and I want to have a full lineup of Steel Dragon Grade 1s, just for to make sure I don't miss Ryan ever. But if you aren't scared of that, you can probably cut like a copy of this and a copy of this for some other tech choices. Next, for the Grade 2s, we've gone to we'll start with Corduroy. So his skill is on play if your Vanguard is a Seal Dragon. This is rear only, so it's different from the TCG because in the TCG he worked on Vanguard as well. But in Zero it's rear only. Sucks, but what can you do? The card's still good, so you still play it. But yeah, the effect is during your turn, on play, if your Vanguard is a Seal Dragon, you can counter blast 1 to snipe any rear. But it's not. But they get to look at top 4 cards of their deck and play a random Grade 2 out of those top 4 in the same slot that retired unit was. And on play effects do not activate, so you don't have to worry about your opponent like blaster blading one of your rears during your turn. Nothing like that will happen. Yeah, so this card is good for basically this card punishes some players for putting their starter behind their Vanguard. You can snipe it, and then if they happen, and then they see a Grade 2 off the top 4, they just have an intercept behind their Vanguard, which most decks can't do much with. So yeah, that's really nice. And then also the fact that this can get the 3rd Grade 2 that's needed for Inferno's extra draw is something great. Yeah, this card is pretty solid, but the main reason he's played is for you to basically the snipe starter, snipe booster, because this deck basically just ignores intercepts anyway, so you don't really care that you give them an intercept. But yeah, this card is pretty solid. I think this card is one of the best cards in the deck, and it's one of the main reasons why I think that Steel Dragons are so good, because being able to snipe stuff like this for basically free is really nice. Next we have the Seal Dragon 10k vanilla. Let me say, the 10k vanilla is a good ride. 10k body's nice. Forces your opponent to have boosters that run over it, or if they don't have their own 10k vanilla or 12k attacker. Next we have the Vanguard, who is the 12k attacker for Seal. Again, it's just the 12k attacker, nothing special. He's Seal Dragon name, same with the 10k vanilla Seal Dragon name, so these are optimal rides. Nothing too much to say about these cards. 12k attackers are solid, 10k vanillas are also solid. The reason I chose to play more 10k vanillas over the 12k attackers is because we do run 3 copies of the Dauntless Drive, so if we happen to ride Dauntless Drive instead of Weather Cloth, Inferno, or Base Blockade, then Corduroy and Vanguard don't get their skills, which can be problematic at times. So yeah, that's why you don't play 3 of the Vanguard. But the Corduroy is important enough that we need to allow us to play 4 of it, because I want to see it basically turn to everything. Next, we have the 2 non-Seal Dragon names, which is Velocity. Pretty old card, you know what it does by now. On Vanguard Rear on hit counter charge 1. Just a solid card. The reason we play is because this deck can get tight on counterblast because you have Conroe, you have the Corduroy, and then you have the Inferno as well. You also have Dauntless if you end up using his Break Ride skill. So the 2 counter charge is really nice for the deck. You really only resolve 1 a game, and you don't want to play too many of it and log up your grade 2 lines, so you end up having to ride it. The game really feels bad. Yeah. That's why I only play 2 of it. Alright, next for grade 3s, we'll start off with Blockade Inferno. This skill is Limit Break 4, you have 2 Seal Dragons in Soul, Counterblast 2, to nuke all grade 2, all intercepts on your opponent's side, so all grade 2s, and he himself gets 10k power. And if you nuked 3 or more grade 2 with his skill, you get to draw a card. Pretty solid, and of course cross strike through base blockade, to the original blockade from set 1. Yeah, this card is just a complete front row wipe, and occasionally you do get the draw, which is really nice. So the best way to look at this card is he's basically just a overlord that's cheaper that also scales that can also maybe draw in his own deck. But yeah, this card is definitely the reason why seals are so good, because to be honest, just nuke the entire front row is super strong, and you can just hit for like upwards of 2 to 3 damage a turn on the Limit Break push turn, because Blockade is basically Inferno is basically guaranteed to hit because he scales super well with extra making power. And then extra 20k if you happen to Break Ride for next. So yeah, we play 4 of him. He's our quote-unquote ace unit, so yeah, no reason not to play 4. Next we'll go over the other 4 of its base Blockade. You know him, you either love him or you hate him. He's our heal because I'm playing a 3-2 split between the other 2 cards. So I can't exactly put one of those on heal, so we're basically forced to put base blockade on heal. If you don't know what he does by now, he ignores intercepts. If he's on Vanguard, he ignores the intercept. So you can just hit base. He's your main source of way to push for damage. Yeah. Really, I still think it's a really solid card. The only problem is that hit base, so you have to commit a booster for him to hit, which can be problematic, but he's still running his skill game card. Also gives you a way to end games with your counter blast with Inferno. Next we have the Break Ride, so we'll start with Dauntless Drive. So Dauntless Drive skill is Break Ride, 10k, and then you give your Vanguard the skill. At the end of the battle that it attacked, Counterblast 1, discard 3, restand the Vanguard, and draw 2 cards. So yeah, he lets Inferno restand, so a cool little play you can do with Inferno is you can basically do the equivalent of the super popular Bowing Sword into Descendant 3 to 6 push, where you just kill their entire front row and you just hit with their side lane, hit with the side lane again, and then hit Vanguard twice to check for 2 PGs at 3 damage. Obviously more of their higher damage, but you can basically imitate that play with the Dauntless and Inferno. The Inferno just wipes the entire front row off. That's really cool. And then he has during your turn, if you have more rears than your opponent, plus 3k. So with a 7k booster, you scale 21. So I decided to go for a 3-2 split because I just don't have enough hand for the Dauntless, right? Because Kagero itself as a clan doesn't plus outside of seeing your draw triggers, and I guess the Inferno draw, but that's like a little less relevant. There's only 1 card. Yeah, so because there are definitely games where I've played where I just opted to ride the Inferno with the choice of riding Dauntless first, just because I didn't have a hand. That's why you cut down to 2 to 3. And then you decided to slot in 1 extra Weather Cloth. So this skill is Break Ride. plus give Vanguard 10k. You kill any 2 rear guards, and your opponent checks top 4 and places 2 grade 2s into the same slots that the units you killed were in. So it's just corduroy, but you kill 2 instead, and it's free. But of course, it has a break ride, and then their skills don't activate. And then his other skill is the same thing as Dauntless. You have more raising your point plus 3k. Yeah. This card's nice. It basically guarantees Inferno with all your extra card, but aside from that, this card doesn't actually do too much, which is why I'm not the biggest fan of it. But since this card doesn't require you to have a hand to use a skill like, say, Dauntless, like this card is cool if you don't have a hand and you still want the break ride. Dauntless gives you extra kill power, which is always appreciated. Yeah, we play 2 of these. So this is the list I settled with. This is the list. I think it's a pretty solid list. So, and yeah, I think that's it. I think I've gone over everything I wanted to. Off to the side, you'll see some tech choices that you could opt to play, but I personally chose not to. Mainly the grade 1, grade 2 because they're not Seal Dragon named, and then the grade 3s just because I think these are a slightly better option. An alternate build I was playing around with earlier was this list, where you just opted to cut the break rides completely, except for the one Weatherfall Sword, and play 4 Overlords, so you have you can have pressure early and later to scale lanes with the base blockade. I think this list is pretty good too, although you lose out on the ability to just have like 13 good ride targets in the other list. So yeah, I think it comes down to personal preference and how you want to build it. There's like it's basically just grade 3s that have lots of spots that you can play around. So yeah, so now I'll have some games that are recorded for my stream up for you guys to watch this deck in action. This list is specific. So yeah, if you like this deck profile, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Sick. Alright, what's our opponent? Oh, it's Genesis. That's cool. We get to see 2 new decks in action. Pretty cool. We have Conroe, so I'll toss the PG back. Alright, I actually do want that over the thing. Over the PG right now. Alright, if we draw the Corduroy, we can punish him and kill him if he puts behind the Vanguard. But that's assuming we even draw the Corduroy. I have a booster in hand, so this can go behind Vanguard. Understandable, understandable. Alright, what do you ride? And you have 8 good rides in your deck, and yet you ride the worst card you could have ridden here. Because you want to ride either one of the witches or the Good Sister. You don't really want to ride the Cumin. Like, this is probably just one of. Alright, skip the draw. We get a draw too, very nice. Yeah, I guess, yeah. You actually can. Because the only soul charge is clean, so the only thing you don't want to soul charge with the sisters are your PGs. Did this guy DC? Question mark? Alright, we drew Dauntless, so we have the option to break ride. But like, I don't really choose to go for Dauntless unless I have like a big ass hand before the ride turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. I'll just do this now because I have a booster in hand, and if I heal, I want to heal it face down. So we just swing now. Alright, no trigger, that's fine. Our hand is big enough as is right now, I guess. This is still a question if I actually want to even ride the Dauntless first or not. Alternatively, I could just ride Inferno, put these 2 out, filter the Dauntless out, and just scale 19 Lincoln. I doubt he's gonna ride a 10k. Yeah, okay, makes sense. He rides the Artemis. And I opened like 130-ish. I think it was like 130-ish. 130-ish packs, I think. Alright, get punished. No, not scaling, and he gets punished. Well, I have 2 now, so. I think I'm still gonna ride the. Actually, if I go we draw here, our hand is big enough to actually use the dot. Let me actually think about this. If I write this, I can go. Oh wait, this doesn't scale. So yeah, I'll write this just because I want the 12K to scale against its 19. No, we're not writing that Dauntless. I want the scale because I want to aggro him. We tossed the Dauntless out. That was probably the best thing I could have drawn. Yeah, and this is another reason why this is why you would want to skip on it because if you write Dauntless, this thing doesn't work. This thing checks for Seal Dragon name. So yeah. Hit, and then this lane's the scales for 19, so it doesn't guarantee to hit trigger or not. Alright, push check. Heal, very, very nice. You heal down face down damage. Like I said, this was gonna hit regardless, but like, heals are always nice. Yeah. This is why putting down a booster behind the Vanguard against seals is really dangerous because Corduroy or Weathercloth, if you decide to do it on your break turn, it just kills off the thing. You get a intercept here behind the Vanguard. Like, what is this thing doing? Absolutely nothing. If the only deck that can make actual use, the only deck that don't care for this is like Bermuda, because Bermuda can bounce it back to their hand. I'm sure there are other decks that can. Is it any deck that can bounce a card back to their hand or like sack it off its cost? Yeah, like Shadows and Tachi can sack it off its cost. But decks that like can't do anything with this just have a clogged lane behind the Vanguard. Alright, no triggers. Oh, and we get a draw too, very nice. No intercepts, but we're like far ahead enough in damage that like I don't really care, to be honest. This is we're in a pretty good spot, but we're 2 to 3. He has close to no hand. Let's see, we don't ride. We put one of these out, and then we put the Berserk Dragon out. Because I do want to countercharge. Yeah. And that's why we run the 2 of Berserk, because the 2 of Berserk is naturally countercharges this thing. Because that can get a little counterblast on 3. So the Conroy's, the Chords, and then Inferno is 2 counterblasts himself. Alright, we hit another draw. Into a heal. That's just fine because we run out of counterblast, he can still end games without needing the counterblast. Hit the 4 because I'm not particularly scared of his one break. Right. So we just hit him to 4. Very nice, very nice. Go back to the thing. I guess decks like Ezel actually don't care about this either. Ezel himself is just huge as fuck. But like the thing is, if you're playing Ezel, why did you put a booster behind the Vanguard to begin with? Is the real question. Okay, alright, so he actually Soul Blast 6 to nuke my front row. That's fine. He can fill his soul back up with the Fruit Sister. Yeah, no Fortuna. Alright. He's just deck thinning here. But the thing is, I have so many PGs I'm not actually scared. Oh, is this guy's, if I had to guess, this guy's hand is 3 PG. Because he didn't commit anything. Two PGs. No, okay, it can't be 3. Dude, what? Alright. This attack, I guess he didn't want to give me Limit Break, but this attack order was super questionable if he wanted to hit me, because 11-16 lol. That was I guess he just didn't want to give me Limit Break. He doesn't want it to die, I guess. We save the Corduroy for later. We don't ride. We just slam down the 10k attacker and the thing. I guess I could have put the base locket out instead, but like, and have booster for later. But I think I should only need 1 booster for later, so it should be fine. Alright, dude. Alright, no triggers, so if he doesn't get defensive, we can check for PG here. Alright, he gets the defensive, but the crit. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Sucks to suck, I guess. We have been seeing we have seen a lot of triggers, so I guess it's fair finally gets some of his own. He is one soul short, so unless he can get a way to get one extra soul right now, you can't nuke my board. He can ride, so well, I guess he doesn't ride. He can ride, meaning he has at least one grade 3 in hand. Alright, there's the grade 3. There's the aforementioned grade 3. Alright, he is playing. Please. Alright, he's at least his swings in proper order this time. Alright, he heals too. Alright. Oh, and a crit too. Oh wow. Nice. So I guess we get put the 5 and we get PG check. Nice. Well, this definitely was not a stupid turn for this guy. I guess this guy's good at the game because he flipped double trigger. Alright, and then we draw the heal. This is just unfortunate. Alright, we don't ride. But we call this. I will actually nuke this. That's a booster you can't push with now. And now we nuke both of these with Inferno. Inferno also scales properly now, so that's really nice. Alright, I have 2 draws, 1 heal. We should be fine in terms of living, I think. Actually, no. If he gets the last soul, I'll actually die to Iwa. Alright. Do you have both? He needs both PGs in hand and I'm not here. Alright, no trigger and no trigger. Not surprised. Alright, he has both PGs. Alright, this we can still die here is the stupid thing, because if he gets the 1 extra soul, and then also gets like 2 lanes that can actually hit my Vanguard, I'm actually just like dead. Or Fortuna. Fortuna is fine because he's playing. Okay, I think this was a super misplay on his part. Because he's playing crits, not stands. The heal won't save it. He should have rewrote the Iwa. What's in the soul? Okay, I guess the soul's in. But he should have rewrote the Iwa, right? And then nuked my front row. And then hit me. But this is only 2 hits. He's playing crits, not stands. So I don't die here anymore. Alright, so I guess this guy threw the game for me, which is cool, I guess. 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 1 trigger left in his deck. That was the last trigger. Alright, so he's out of triggers. That's fine. Alright, I can actually just deck him out. He's at 2 cards in deck. I can just hit him. I can hit him once, and then just pass turn. I don't even do anything. Yeah, we win now. We actually cannot lose. Because he has 2 cards in deck, no triggers whatsoever. Yeah, we don't ride. Alright. I could kill him normally, but I think I'm just gonna deck him on it because I can. Nice game. This was super unnecessary. I guess he rage quit. He has 1 card in deck. He draws, he loses. I'm just gonna kill his rears. I could have killed him, but I could have dealt the 6 damage, but he's gonna deck himself out now. I win. Right. Like, I guess you have to wait for the timer now. Because this man DC'd. That's fine. It's fine, he loses regardless. I guess we just sit here and wait for the timer. I'll probably cut this bit out. Let's just skip to the win screen. Alright, sick. We waited like, what, like 2 or 3 minutes just for him to deck out? That's one game. Let's get like at least one more. We're gonna get at least two. Depending on how long I want this video to be. That's what, like 15 minutes for like a game? But seems about right. Oh. Let's get one more. Win or loss, I'll just take this one, I guess. Alright, what is our next opponent going to be? It is against most likely Jewel Knights. Very likely to be Jewel Knights. Because MLB is not very common anymore. Everyone swapped to Jewel Knights. Yikes, this hand is a yikes. Alright, this hand is still a yikes. We have the two boosters, but this hand is still not very good. Per se. Alright. We ride this. I might want to filter. Alright, the instant I draw the corduroy, the Heloise gets popped. Because unless he puts it off to the side, which I doubt. He's probably gonna put it behind the Vanguard. Which is like fair, I guess, but like, if you know it's gonna get popped eventually, are you still gonna actually do it? Or I can understand why you do this, but I still don't agree with it. I think if you, I wrote the 10k attacker too, right? So I didn't even write like the Cursey or anything. So he knows that I'm playing a Steel Dragon. Very nice. So it's still very questionable that why do you put the Heloise? I guess he really doesn't care that he's gonna have a grade 2 blind thing, or do Dauntless. You're at the 10k. I guess. The thing is though, why would I kill the Tilda when I could just give him a Tilda back? This is the thing. We're not gonna aggro. I just don't want to go overhand here. Actually, I could aggro here. Is this scale? No, it's fine. We won't. All right, cool. We heal. Very nice. The thing is, yeah, that is true. But the thing is, I didn't even have the corduroy. Yeah, like, retiring. This is a little iffy because if I call a Tilda over this, he could just use the Tilda and play over the Tilda and get a booster back. I just one swing. Alright, it's PG gone. I'm going to ride base blockade and just rush him. Oh no. Oh no. That's 3 heals gone. Unfortunately. Alright, cool, we drew Inferno. We ride Inferno after. I do want to ride. At this point, I will just ride this for the cross-ride phase. And this also lets me pressure early. If I choose to stay on him for an extra turn. And since we're on a Steel Dragon, this is 19. So this was scaling regardless of this trigger or not. Alright, that's 2 PGs gone. One at the bottom, one in his damage zone. Whoops. Alright, he has to draw his own. That's fine, I guess. Now, he could Salome Turbo me, and I only have 1 PG in hand, but like, I don't think he can actually PG check me now. If he needs to do 3 to run the PG check. So, alright. Oh, he's playing. Never mind. He's playing crits. He could actually PG check me. That's fine. What are you going? Oh, cancel out. All right. All right. He's gonna filter here. I don't one card that hands a Blaster Blade. There's 2 unknowns. If he doesn't have a PG, I could actually lethal him next turn. If he just has to give me 4. Yeah, the thing is, I can lethal him because Inferno nukes and then scales. Oh fuck! Oh, that's my last heal, or just out of heals this game, I guess. Yeah, he scales now because I couldn't kill it. We're just out of heals now. This is actually a problem. We could just lose because and he healed himself. Yeah, this is starting to be a problem now because, oh my god. Well, this just goes to show you, fucking Ganslot's still a broken ass card. That's PG gone. Fucking hell. Alright, this game went from being fine to oh lol self-things repair. And he got his PG back. that was definitely not BS and a half right there. Holy shit. Yeah, we're just out of heals too. Yeah, Ganslot's definitely not broken. Alright, cool, you an intercept at least. Fuck, which was the no button again? Which was the right button that I clicked? I actually don't remember. I don't want to play over it. I put it there by accident. Is it the blue button or the white button? Right one, alright. Alright, thank you, Yam. Thank you very much. I did not want to play over my own shit. We can't heal here either is the problem. If we could heal here, then like I'd be a little less scared, but like we can't heal, which is a big problem. I need to be able to push for 3 here, ideally. Fucking hell. I guess we're not pushing for 3. Well, this is what happens when they sack, and you blank all your heals early. Alright, give me draw triggers, please. Fuck. Fucking hell. He can't kill me. There's that. He can't kill me. And if he doesn't have a PG in hand, we can actually just kill him next turn. If he doesn't get defensive, of course, on his first damage check. Because he did show me like 2 PGs there, so he might actually not have that many PGs in hand. There's the Blaster Blade that I knew he had. Alright. If he has even 1 PG, he lives. Or if he heals, of course. Okay, so he can't heal anymore, because he chose to swing in this order. I don't know why you would swing in this order, though, because he knows that I have a PG in hand. If this was actually just bad attack for him, now you can't heal. Not that he healed, but yeah. Like, that was actually just bad attack order by him. Alright, he didn't get the trigger back at least. Now we just dump a hand out and hope he doesn't get defensive, but we try and kill him. Okay, so we don't ride. We still have to kill the Blaster Blade. And we just put out our entire hand. Pray for no. If he gets the first defensive, we just like on the spot. That goes there. Alright, I guess we lose. Well, clearly this game was because this guy flipped every Ganslot out of his deck. That was actually just trigger stacking. Like, I can't do shit about that. I blanked all my heals early. This guy hit every trigger in his deck. This guy double healed out of lethal. I can't do shit against sacks. That was actually just he played suboptimally and didn't get punished for it. Because if I hit because like on his last turn, if I hit the defensive, he wasn't scaling properly. Because he was only 21, I was 23. Alright. And this is Narukami. The other Kami matchup. Well, I'm going second, so my Conroe was probably just dead. Alright, we drew at least APG. We don't have a grade 3 in hand though, which is a concern. Alright, he is playing Linchu, so my Conroe is probably just dead. I don't think it's worth damage denying, and we have the 1 PG yet, so we don't just die to Rain and Bomb plus cheese. And we have the filter if we need to like filter something out. Honestly speaking, I might consider damage denying him because he put the Linchu behind the Vanguard. So if I damage deny him and then I corduroy him next turn, he gets a. I might actually. I think since he played bad, I think I actually will damage deny him because, like, I think it's fine to actually damage deny here because I can put a intercept here, not get my Conroe retired, and then I can aggro next turn if I need to. Alright, Alright, it didn't even matter, because he wrote a non-eradicator for whatever reason. This is fine. We gave up 1 damage. That's fine. Alright, we drew a second peach anyways. We definitely ride Jew. There's nothing in my hand I want to filter is the problem here. We definitely use this, we pop this now. I want to filter, but I want to keep my hand as well. But I will believe in the power of sack. Alright, no sack there. No sack from him either though. So we hit for 2 here. He is playing dead side, so my Kagero could die to the dead side, but like, it's fine. We accomplished our job of doing this to him. Like I do think against decks that can't actually make use of the erad of a grade 2 behind the Vanguard, it is worth to do stuff like this. I mean, that's a hard ride descendant. You don't really want a hard ride descendant in this thing. You want to ride the oh, you're playing Dungaree too. Well, that's very interesting. Interesting to say the least. Very interesting deck. Alright, can we top like the grade 3 to ride? I think there wasn't a grade 3 on top anyway, so even if I built that, I wouldn't ride into it. We do. This is as good as any grade 3 right now. It's just something I can ride. We will Conroe here for the PG. There's nothing in my hand that I want to filter right now, so I just won't filter. And since this is a 12k attacker, this can actually hit unboosted. Alright, no defenses, so we're just gonna keep hitting face. Alright, there's still a bunch of triggers, so hopefully we see a draw somewhere here, or are we doing very nice right now? Alright, I guess we have 4 PGs now. There, I guess we just have 4 PGs now. Alright, he heals. This guy's deck is definitely very scuffed. He's playing a bunch of like random ass cards in his deck. He's playing Dungaree, he's playing a bunch of non-erad grade 2s, he's playing the Jin on heal. But he's still playing Descendant, but like are you sure you're not gonna run into issues with your hand? Alright, he doesn't do anything. There's a dead side. And there's another heal, of course. Alright, this man has already seen 2 live heals, of course. Alright, we see 1 too. Alright, very nice, very nice. Honestly, with this, I might just hit him once and pass, because I don't really have a hand to do stuff right now. I don't want to commit my entire hand and then have nothing to play with next turn. Yeah. We can't even aggro him, so we're just gonna hit him. We hit him once and call it. Not much I can do here. Alright, we see another Inferno. Alright, checking the Infernos are cool, but I kinda need an Inferno in my hand, ideally. We're already 2 out. We check 2 as triggers. Okay, but we have a second boost now, so we can actually push for damage if we want to. Alright, goes to the main phase. Do you have a booster to actually hit? Alright, it's a 3rd heal out at least. Alright, that's scaling properly. Okay, at least he's scaling his lane. Alright, that's this too. So he can go 1, 2, 3 if I don't see a defensive here. Alright, no defensive. Alright, so this lane's just guaranteed to hit now. Alright, yeah, so we didn't see any triggers here, so you just eat 3 to the face. Unfortunate. Alright, we get a draw at least. And we have the boosters to push for damage now at least. The thing is, only problem is none of our cards scale properly. Okay, that's not helping here. We don't ride. That's the wrong grade 3 to draw here. Alright, since that intercept is still behind Vanguard, we can actually filter the accuracy here. So we filter out the weather cloth, because I'm not gonna do much with the break ride. That's pretty good. Alright, so we go Horde. Since I ignore intercept, I'm just gonna pop his booster. I don't want him having the ability to push for damage. here. Alright, that's just the vanilla. And then we play the 10k out. Because I still want Vanguard to swing first here, so I don't want to waste the Bellicosity if we don't hit anything. Alright, it's very nice to draw trigger. So we're guaranteed at least 2 damage this turn. Alright, let's PGO. Alright, maybe no defensive means we can hit. Yeah. Alright, so we get the PG check here. Alright, very nice. PG check. Even if he managed to kill both my intercepts and then descend, I mean we actually live because we have all 4 PGs in hand. Alright, his deck has so many non-eradicators, so there's a chance he could just miss on Descendant's effect. Alright, there's a Gunner. Nothing else? Only one way? That's fine. This is it. I'm fine with this. Alright, 2 Gunners. Alright, so he can actually check for all my PGs here if his hand lets him do it. This is pretty bad attack order too, because if he gets Descendant, he should have hit with Descendant first to bait the guaranteed PG that he knows in my hand. Yeah, this is pretty bad attack order. And we lose all our PGs, but assuming his hand can actually just pay for cost. But at this point, I'm pretty sure he can. The only problem here is if he heals. If he heals, we actually might not be able to kill him next turn. But I don't know how many. He can have up to 2 PGs in hit. So he can't pay for Descendant's cost. Right, so he threw a PG away. So okay, so he's most likely just dead next turn. Alright, he doesn't heal. Okay, yeah. So he at most has 1 PG, 1 heal. We just need to see 1 trigger to beat over our last damage heal, and then if we top back the Inferno, we can just scale lane properly. So that would be the ideal thing to happen here. Alright, that's not Inferno, unfortunately. We don't do anything actually. Yeah, we don't do anything here. We just swing because I can't exactly do anything even if I kill a boost. Yeah, we just swing here. Boost it, please. Thank you. Alright. 1 trigger just to make sure he's dead, please. Alright, cool. Alright. Very nice. This is guaranteed lethal. Even if he heals, he's still dead. Alright, he doesn't heal. Alright, that's very nice. I got to show off the deck, show off 3 games. We beat 2 semi-scuffed decks and 1 deck where it was probably complete but we got sacked. But yeah, I guess I showed off the deck well enough. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching everyone, peace out.